Welcome to another DIY fun-filled repair your own cassette deck series. Here we have the third deck that I posted on a poll a little while ago, asking people which one they would want to see repaired. We had the Technics, which I will link hopefully above. We had the Kenwood that you will see somewhere as well, and this was the third one. So this is the Kenwood KX-300. I got this a while ago because a lot of people on a lot of fora said that they were very impressed with the musicality of the deck, very impressed with the specs of the deck. I don't recall having too many of these on my workbench. They were semi-entry level. It does have a few very nice features though. It has, you know, what Yamaha was famous for, the play trim. So you can adjust the high tones after recording. It's a little circuit that adjusts the high frequencies before it goes into the Dolby circuit. So even if the bias is off a little bit, you can still adjust the high tones, and it has a manual bias adjust. Oh, well, one of the things I just discovered is the little play trim and bias adjust is a little bit loose, so we'll have a look at that. It's a little bit dirty. I haven't opened this yet, so it's going to be fun to see what's happening here. Let's put, oh, well, there's a little piece missing here from the cassette lid. I'll see if I can find a replacement for that. Let's see what's doing. Oh, it is playing. I've got sound here. Tape counter doesn't work, so that's the belt from the play counter here that's probably gone. Let's have a quick look inside. Oh, it is dirty, so... Oh, and somebody has already been in here. The little cover, the screw is no longer here, and it's mounted incorrectly. So somebody opened it, didn't know what they were doing, put it back together, and put it back in together incorrectly. So let me open up the case and see what we can find. And then we'll connect it. I got a belt set for this, so we're going to replace the belts. So, oh, this is a different screw. Yep, somebody definitely has been in here. Let me show you. The original screw on the left, let me focus on that, and the non-original on the right. You see the size difference as well, and the Yamaha has a little washer attached to it, so let's open this up a little further. It's original. Oh, what is this? Full of surprises. What is that? Look at that. Okay, so we have the original missing screw, no idea, and we have the little piece of plastic from the cover. So that should be fixable. A deck with surprises. Oh, more surprises. One belt. So yeah, this one's missing. This one's loose. That's weird. And as I suspected, this one is incorrect. So let's take the transport out. And see what we got. Oh, and my wife just came in, wondering who I'm talking to, if I'm really going crazy right now, talking to myself. That one. Okay. Okay, let me put this deck aside. Transport is out. I don't know if people recognize this, but this is much the same transport as from the, now I have to think, the Yamaha KX-600. The Yamaha, it's the ALPS transport. It's used in a lot of decks, early to mid 90s. Before that, there were some other ones. The Sankyo's were used a lot. These were probably cheaper than the Sankyo's, but it's a very well-known transport and probably used across many brands, many models. So let's take this one off if we can. Oh, that one has to come out that way. Yeah, so that screw here is the little cap. That's incorrect. Okay. So yeah, the belt is definitely gone. Let's have a look at the idler wheels. I put the little caps aside before we lose them. And if you do this, don't lose these. You know, you're gonna need those to put the idler wheels, the reels back on. You can make them yourself, but you know, if you're just careful with them, it's a lot easier. That needs a little bit of cleaning. That one doesn't have. So the left reel is used for tape rotation detection. The right one doesn't have the reflective surfaces, so that's easy. Let's clean that and oil them a little bit. Don't lose the rings that are below this. A little bit of very thin machine oil. Clean the take-up reel. Oh, this is not the take-up reel, this is a supply reel. Okay. Put that one back on. This one back on. Spread the oil around a little bit. Yep. and put the washers back on. I just do this with my finger. It's just if you wet your finger a little bit, it's stuck on there. And then push, and it's back on. Okay, so that's one. I see a lot of dirt. I don't know if it's dirt or something else. Yeah, let's take the reel motor out. I think that needs to be cleaned. It might be part of a belt that got stuck in there. So let's take that one out if we can. Yeah. Bent that one aside, that one's open. I'll wait for my soldering iron to heat up. And a lot of people ask me, why don't I test the movement first? Because I'm gonna replace the belt anyway. Just, you know, take it out, look at it while you're doing it, what needs to be cleaned, and then take it from there. You know, it's not a big deal to take it out. You see me do it constantly. So if you have to take it out a second time because you find something, it's only like 2-3 minutes worth of work. You know, it's not, you're not gonna lose hours and hours and hours. That's one. Come on. That's two. This one up. Take the motor plate off. Three screws. And there we go. One old belt. It doesn't look too bad. Okay. Wheel motor. Let me take this one off. Works a little bit easier. One needs to be cleaned. Two, and now we should be able to take the wheel motor out, hopefully. If not, come on. Yep, there we go. Okay. I think you can see this. I think this is residue from a piece of belt. So we'll clean that up. We'll also clean up the idler gear. And as we all know by now, cleaning is 90% of the work on a cassette deck. Let's take the flywheel out, clean that. There we go. There's a little washer on the flywheel, again, don't lose it. I've mentioned it many times before, but if you oil a capstan, only do the parts towards the flywheel, not the parts toward the end. You're gonna clean it anyway, but the less oil you have here at the last end, the less chances you have of damaging tape or more cleaning. Okay, that runs again, nice and smooth. Oh, now what did I say about the washer? Don't forget the washer on the flywheel. And what do? Forget the washer on the flywheel. Okay, belts, new belts. Let me have a quick look. Not that one, no. KX-300, 2 new belts. Let's compare with the old one. The new one is a little tighter, so let's save the old one because it still looks very good. But sometimes when I replace the new belt or put a new belt in, wow and flutter goes high. And it might be that those new belts are just a little bit too tight. So I guess we're gonna find out. Okay, wheel motor back in. Oh, that's funny, because now I don't know how it came out. Well, we can always turn it around. Let's try this side first. Okay. There's one. And there's two. Okay. Motor cleaning. Okay. Put that one back first. One in the middle. 2, 3, 'Put the belts back on the motor. I hope. Yep. No, it's turned around. Okay. I give the head a good clean while it's open. And I hope you can see it's quite dirty. We'll clean the pinch roller when the deck is back in, then I can let it run and clean properly. All soldered up, belt replaced. Put the counter belt on and we will put it back in the deck and see what else needs to be done. Okay, that was glued down, and I think it came undone. Did it? No, it's... Ah, I see. Okay. So there's a little piece broken off here. Let's find that. Yep, there it is. That's small pieces. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this all back together again, glue it down, put it back, and we'll take it from there. This is dried. It seems to be quite sturdy. So let's see if it still fits in the front panel. If it doesn't, I'll just cut it off and use some very flexible glue to keep it back on. Let's hope this works. Let's have a look. That doesn't work. The holes are too tight, and this is now a different dimension, so I can't put it back into the front panel. That's too bad, so let's cut it off, grind it down, and put it in with some glue. As you saw, I glued the mounting hardware. Let me show this to you. A little bit more space. This mounting hardware back on the front. So now we can reinstall this little board and we'll put it back together and start to do some testing. And I really wonder how this little deck is going to perform. A lot of people are very happy about it. You know, they say it's one of the best, no, one of the better musical cassette decks. Even though it was not quite the entry-level deck, one above, it has a good transport, so the heads are good. I'm not going to do a review about musicality. I'm only concerning myself with the specs, whether or not it, you know, produces what they say it should produce out of the factory. You know, is musicality even measurable? I don't know, man. You know, it's, I think it's such a subjective subject. You know, if a deck performs well, great. If people are happy with it, great. Musicality, I don't know. This is not the right one. You know, if it's got openness between the channels, you know, good positioning of the musical instruments that you're listening to, is that musicality? Or brightness, or, you know, accurate reproduction of high frequencies? Is that musicality? You know, and then people say, oh, just, you gotta listen to it. Well, great, but, you know, compare a deck with other decks. But we'll see how this one performs. So here goes. I don't know if you can see this. Oh, I need to switch out the real motor connections. So something happened that I was afraid it was going to happen. I just checked the wow flutter. Let me show you what I mean. Put it on 3150, 0.1. Play. Now the speed is spot on. But the wow and flutter is 0.09, almost 0.1, which I think is too high. This is a test tape that we know is a little bit bad. This is typically the tape that I use, and I know it can produce 0.05% wow and flutter. If I now put this one on, let's wait for it to calm down a little bit, it's also 0.1. I think that's the new belt we put on. The old belt looked good, but it was a little tight. So I'm gonna go back to the supplier and ask them if they have better quality belts. And in the meantime, I'll put this belt back on, and then we're gonna check again, because 0.1, even for an entry level deck, it's a Yamaha, that's a bit high. So I'm gonna take the power off, and we will replace the main belt with the old one and then do another check. Round 2, we'll replace the belt, put my screen recorder on, put my tape in, play. Speed is a little bit high, let it calm down. Oh, that is much better already. What are we looking at? 0.05, 0.04, yeah, okay. So I need to contact my belt supplier and see what they can do for me, because this is a bit too much. But now the wound flutter is good. Where is my special ceramic screwdriver? Then we can adjust some speed. No, that won't fit. There's the small one. At the end of the tape? No. Let me try that. Fast forward a little bit. Yeah, 5 hertz over and 0.05. Let's try the other tape. But this belt just, it's too tight. It's just not good. We switch it over, 3150, play. Yeah, it's a little high, but you know, even this 0.06, 0.05, and I know this is not the best tape for measuring wound flutter. This one, the case is a lot better than this. Maybe I should transplant the tape. So yeah, that's one. That's good. Yeah, calms down. Okay. Azimuth. Where's my Azimuth tape? Let's put this on scope. Close this one. Scope. Scope. Play. Let's make them equal, a little bit bigger. Left and right are a little. Oh, come on. What are we doing? I think that's good. Yeah. Let's verify that for a second. Left and right are a little bit different. Might be some dirt on the head still. Or it might just be a little bit. Oh yeah, oh, that's better. So that wasn't quite good. Yep. Okay. Let's quickly check the play levels. Those are good. Hits the Dolby mark, so that's good. So that is the play level adjusted. You know, it's a good little deck. It's not difficult to work on. You saw me make a mistake with the reel motor, you know, and that was a 2-minute fix. The one thing I don't like is the belt. I'm gonna have to contact my supplier. It performs well. Wow, flutter, playback, everything's fine. It has some very nice features like the plate trim, the manual bias adjust, Dolby B&C, MPX filter. It will do, you know, it will hold its own against mid-level decks. I won't say it is better or as good as a 3-head, but it's definitely, you know, a good little deck. So they're still relatively cheap, $20, $30, $40. You can buy one off of eBay. There's a lot of them around. They're very easy to service. You know, if you want a deck, I don't see why you would not want to reconsider this one. You know, it's a good little machine. So that is it for me for today. Thank you very much for watching. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up, a subscribe, everything like that. And we will see you around with the next deck. I will put up another poll with what you want to see. I have some very nice decks still that needs to be done. But we'll put them up for people to choose from and we'll run down that list. Thank you very much. Have a pleasant day and we will talk later.